Hey, good morning, everyone. Uh, Paul McMahon here from Forex Smart Trade. So happy to have you. Today is Wednesday, August 16th. This is our Tuesday morning trade on a Wednesday. Our goal here at Forex Smart Trade is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent by teaching you how to currency trade using our super accurate proprietary indicators and using company money. So with that, let us get going. For those curious, I was out in Utah for a couple of days last week for some company training and meetings, and then I am working on a project in Albania. Something came up that needed my presence, so I hopped on a plane Saturday and was supposed to come back Monday, but the flight got canceled, so ended up coming back Tuesday. So we are back in the saddle. Let's take a look. I like to operate off of a actually, first thing we need to do is our disclosure. This trade is for educational purposes only. All information given is speculative and involves risk. This trade should be examined and taken from a personal evaluation. All attendees agree that by watching that any trades he or she takes was of individual influence based on personal evaluation of the market. This webinar's intention is to demonstrate a method that can be used to help make an evaluation of the current market. No past, present, or future incomes have been made or relied upon prior to or during this meeting. When I trade off of a checklist, kind of like a little bit of a pilot's checklist that makes sure I am going through everything that needs to be gone through so I can be making good trades. First thing is I always check to make sure that I am connected get a live connection, and I can tell that by looking at the green box up here on my green charts, and then also by looking at that there's a green little box down here. So this tells me that the chart is live versus when it's red, that means it's back in time. Why would it be back in time? Is because I'm going back and back testing and looking at something that happened previously. So we're current. Next is review of yesterday's trade. Since we're only doing this once a week, it would be last week's trade. Last week's trade, we got crushed. We took two thick orange line trades. And both were losers. I'm going to pay a little bit more attention if we take one today. Quite frankly, it's I don't remember. It's been such a long time. I don't remember what we looked at, why these didn't go as planned. One of the things is both were tied to the yen, so the yen didn't do what it was supposed to. So both went the wrong direction. Today I'm going to be a little bit more careful if we find a 5-point trade, just because that trade is good 95% of the time or 93% of the time. Forex Factory, we are technical traders. Our indicators are based on price action. With that, we want to know if there's a news item. We want to stay away from it. We don't want to trade through the news. So we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks down currency related news and what impact it might have, and it breaks the impact down into three types: low impact, medium impact, and red is high impact. So this morning at 8:30, the U.S. is going to have a high impact item with core retail sales, and again at 2, There's economic projections, press conference. So, and then tonight the yen. We don't have to worry about the yen. I am worried about this 8:30 announcement. We're at 6:30, so we're less than 2 hours away. We may not take a U.S. dollar trade this morning. I need to see it to decide if we're going to be out of it before 8:30. So we got to worry about the dollar this morning. Then we get into our technical and technical analysis. Before that, just a couple more announcements. The company puts on a bunch of live trade events. You should try to go to as many as you can. Each of us have there are well over a dozen signals that the indicators provide. I primarily trade using the 10-point signal. Different traders find what's comfortable for them and trade off of that signal. So by watching a bunch of different people trade, you'll be able, and trying the various signals, you'll find what resonates with you. And that's the goal, is to find what resonates with you and then use it to trade. So we have a schedule, lots of different trades and people trading. So try to go to as many as you can. Watching a good trader trade, you'll pick things up, and that's what makes you a better trader. Until the end of October, we are. I also do another live trade on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Typically, this is reserved for people who have provided referrals. For those of you who have, thank you. It's just kind of an extra bonus for sending some business our way. We are going to open this up to everyone. In this session, we do a little bit more and take more questions. In this session, I focus primarily on using the 10-point trade analysis to find a trade, and also the thick orange line trade. And generally, I don't take too many questions. If you type them in, I will try to respond, but there's not enough time. So with that, let's go into our analysis. What I'm looking at is what I call a composite chart. This is usually where I start my trading analysis. As you see, for the most part, I generally only trade the euro dollar. Reason being is I got a small mind. I can't keep track of that many different things. So to keep it simple, I just focus on one currency pair. I'm able to get enough pips from that one currency pair to make me happy. And since I'm only following one pair, I'm intimate with it. I get to kind of understand how it moves, and based on understanding how that moves, that kind of drives me in deciding how much I can get on a specific trade. As you see, I'm primarily a single sitter. I'm going for 10 pips at a time, and I'm shooting to get 30 pips. I average between 30 and 50 pips a day when I'm actively trading. You saw the last few days, I only took one or two trades because I wasn't near a computer and I didn't want to get stuck holding something since I couldn't be watching. So with that, this is a composite chart on a composite chart. I call it a composite chart because we've got 6 different currency pairs: euro dollar, pound dollar, Australian US dollar, dollar Swiss franc, dollar yen, and dollar Canadian dollar. With the 10-point trade, I start with the middle section here, the majors and minors, and I am looking for the lines to either be overbought or oversold, as here on the dollar Swiss franc. Euro dollar, I am overbought. Then I'd like to see my lines pointing down, which I have, and a double cross, which I have. Red's crossing over green, gray is crossing, or black's crossing over gray. So I've got 3 points here. One, that it's overbought, 2 that's pointing down, 3 that I've got the double cross. I've got 3 points. I'm going to go look up to my TNTs. TNTs, I want to count how many lines are going in the direction that this signal is giving me. So this is a sell signal. I got the thick orange going down, which is 1, but the thin orange is going up. So I've got 1 point here. Dotted blue is inversely related. So when it's going up, that means down. So I've got a second point here, but the thick blue is going down, which means up. So I'm going to have 2 of the 4 here. I want to have 3 of the 4. I want to have a minimum of 3 of the 4. And then just a quick glance to the pressure. Pressure's going up with green on top, so the pressure's not in my favor also. I'd want to either have the pressure going down or the red line on top. They are starting to converge, which means the lines are getting closer together. On the pressure, the steeper the line, this is pretty steep, the stronger the signal. The closer the lines, the stronger the signal. But we're not there yet. Pound dollar overbought, but they're not pointing. The majors aren't pointing down. Australian US dollar overbought, not pointing down. Dollar Swiss franc oversold. We are pointing up on both the majors and minors. I've got a double cross on both. But again, mixed signals up on the TNTs. Thick orange going up, thin orange going down, thick blue going up, dotted going down. So I may have 2 of the 4. And I've got very strong down pressure. Very, very strong down pressure. So we're going to pass. Dollar yen. Oversold. Everybody's coming down, steep down pressure. I don't know if when we saw this turn, here's a case where oversold, saw a turn, steep down pressure. This started to come down. How many pips did we have here? Had 10, 17 pips. If you had traded this, if you were actively trading the yen, when you saw this little bounce back, even though you're overbought here, oversold, this might have been a potential trade given the strong down pressure. Generally, I don't like to take trades, a sell trade when I'm oversold, but you know, this you could have gotten 10 pips out of this without much of a problem. Dollar Canadian, oversold. Everybody's pointing up. There's actually pretty good steepness to this. See the steepness here, say versus the steepness here. This is at maybe I don't know, what's that, 45 degrees, and this is closer to 60 degrees. The steeper the better, so I like the steepness on this. I've got 1, 2, thick orange is going up, the dotted blue is going down, and we have 2 of the 4, but I do have green on top. I want 3 out of 4 to really take this. So let's pass and see if we got anything else. The other issue here to think about is we've got that news coming on the dollar at 8:30. Euro pound oversold, going down. AUD JPY, very steep angle, have just a little bit less than halfway. So I consider this overbought, even though we're already into the channel. If it hasn't gone more than halfway, I know the green line has, but the red hasn't. Everybody's tight. Both the majors and minors are tight. They're basically right on top of each other. That strengthens the signal for me. Two oranges, one orange is going up, one is sideways, so we don't have anything down. These are all telling us it's going to go up. Pressure is red is on top and it's starting to roll. So the pressure is good here. We're just not seeing, we don't have what we need here. Euro CAD. Again, nice steepness down, not quite halfway. I like this. Thick orange is going down, which is in our favor. The two blues are going up. Up means down. So we've got 3 of the 4 here. I've got up pressure with green on top. So the pressure's not in favor, but the lines are converging. With the lines converging, when this red crosses over, I would expect a red candle following it. But one of the things, one of the mistakes new traders make a lot, and I made it, I had to get hit with a baseball bat to figure it out. Don't predict the predictors. I'm anticipating this is going to cross. It hasn't crossed yet. You need to wait till it crosses. So just wait. Just be patient. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. And that's the hard thing for new traders. You don't always have to be in a trade every minute. Really, with 3 to 8 trades a day, you will make very, very good money. AUD NZD. We're more than halfway through the channel, so I'm going to pass. NZD USD. Look at everybody pointing down. Not as steep as I would like, but let's see what else we got. The 2 oranges are going down. The thick blue is going up, or the dotted blue is going up. So we've got 3 of the 4. So that's part 2. And I have up pressure with red on top. So I have all, I've got 7 points there. 3 here, 3 here, 1 here. When I have all 7, or at least 7, then what I do is I go and I take a look at the bigger chart. So let's open up the bigger chart, NZD. Now the one thing I don't like about taking an NZD trade right now, what is it? It's nighttime in New Zealand. So what's going to be pushing this primarily at this point is the dollar. It's morning time here, but it's nighttime there. So let's take a look and open a chart. NZD USD. Now just between us, I carry an extra chart. Usually the recommendation is to have 5 charts up here. I've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 1, 2, 3 with 5 candles. Usually 6 candles is their kind of the recommendation. In addition to the 5 charts or the 6 charts I have up here, I like to have a clean chart and I put it down over here. So here, going back, this is the signal that we had. Majors and minors overbought, pointing down. Steepness isn't that great, but I've got 3 points. I've got 3 points up here, the 2 oranges going down, the dotted blue coming up. I've got pressure going up, but I've got red on top. So 7 points here. So what I'm going to take a look at now is I want to look at the times in front of it and the times behind it and see what that chart is telling me. Here, overbought, but they haven't crossed yet. Here, they're still going up. Up pressure right on top. On the day chart, up pressure overbought going up. The duck bill is telling me that there is more up in the movement, even though it is overbought. I've got up pressure. It's weak. There's a gap here. On the 30-minute, overbought going down, but not a very steep angle. Red is on top and diverging. The green is separating, so it's suggesting it's starting to roll. On the 5-minute, we are going up. I like to look at a full chart, so to know where my support and resistance is. I'm going to pull this up. You can see I don't trade it that much, so there's no lines drawn, not many lines drawn on it, but where is my additional support and resistance? Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to stop naturally. So right in here it stopped, right in here it stopped, right in here it stopped. On a 1-hour chart, these tend to be about 30 pips away. Well, here it's 15. I've got bouncing in here, bouncing in here, and here, and here. Stops right in here. So this gives me a little idea. What's the trend? The last week, we're in an uptrend. And how much room do I have going up? I've got about 13 pips going up and about a half. Is that right? 4 pips coming down. And what were we looking at here? What was the signal? Signal was a down, and in fact, while we've been talking, we've lost the signal. We've lost the signal. It's gone sideways versus started to go sideways. On the 5-minute, we got green crossing over, so I'd expect to see a green candle, which is what I am seeing. If we were to take a down trade, we've only got 5 pips till we hit that support and resistance line. For 5 pips, it's not worth it to me, so I'm going to pass on this. Let's keep going and see what we have. Euro AUD, oversold going down. AUD CAD, overbought going up. Swiss franc yen, in the middle of the channel, it changed directions. Euro yen, more than halfway. Euro pound Australian dollar, overbought pointing up. New Zealand Swiss franc, overbought pointing down, double cross. So I got 3 points here. I've got the 2 oranges going down, dotted blue going up, 3 points here. And I have up pressure with red on top. So that's a 7th point. I got 7 points here. Let us take a look at the full chart. NZD. Oops. NZD, Swiss franc. I haven't used that, so I'm going to just take this other chart here and convert it over. So I'm going to right click, go to chart settings, and then I'm going to just change the symbol to NZD CHF. And since all the charts are Save as CHF. I have the little D next to it that tells me this is a daylight savings chart. First thing I want to do, though, is I want to take a look at my support and resistance. All right, so we're getting some stopping in here, right in here, kind of right in here. Oh, 09. Here it seems to stop right in here, right in here, right in here, right in here, in here. Right in here, 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 kind of right in here, all along in here. Get one below. Stopping in here, right in here, right in here. So, we got a little support and resistance. Again, the trend is similar as we saw before in the NZD. Last week-ish, it's been an uptrend. The reason I want to know the trend is if I'm trading into an uptrend, I'm going to take more pips than if I am taking a sell. If I'm taking a buy trade in an uptrend, I'm going to take more pips than I would if I'm taking a sell trade into an uptrend, because I don't want to be trading against the trend. Now let's take a look. Again, this is weakened up again. We've lost the double cross. Uh, 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 weak coming down, weak coming down. Up on the day. I got this gap that suggests we should have a little retracement. By retracement, this green candle here, we'd see a little comeback on it. Up pressure, retracement, overbought on the 5 minute, so we should get a little bit down, and you're seeing the retracement happening here on the 5 minute. So we're sitting right on that resistance line. It's worth about 20 pips. I say this is 1, 2. I say we can get 8 pips down on this. So let's go ahead. So file, new chart. That was NZD, CHF, NZD, not there, NZD, CHF. Just see what the spread is. The spread is 3 pips. 1 pip. All right, at 1 pip, I'm okay to take it. At 3 or 4 pips, I wasn't. So to figure out the lot size, this account's got $8,000 in it. It's a demo account. I'm going to take 0.8. I'm just moving that decimal spot over 4. I am going to take a sell trade. I'm going to open up one of the templates I have. Why isn't it showing up? There we go. I'm now going to highlight the trade by right-clicking on it, go to Modify. I'm going to change my points so it does the math for me. I'm going to go 8.5 pips. And for now, let's go 4 times. So 4 times 85, or 4 times 90 is going to be 36, 360. But let's go back and take a look just to see. I would normally place my stop loss 2 support and resistances away. So I would go to 0.6152, 0.6152. So it has to break this resistance and this resistance to take me out. So I'm going to go back and change that. What do we say? 0.6152, 6152. And he's way up there. Okay, we are past 7. We didn't get a chance to take a look at the at a thick orange line trade, but we got one 10-point trade. Any questions? Okay, gang. Try to join us tomorrow for the Thursday tip top trade, and have a good trading day.